Walmart, of all places, an assault happens, and not just two two customers, but we're talking about an employee put hands on an elderly woman. Man, you can't make this stuff up. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Let's hit it.
A trip to a gas station turned into a hospital visit for one woman who says she was attacked while paying for her slushie. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. The attack was caught on camera at a Walmart gas station in Cedar Hill. The woman claims the confrontation escalated after the cashier didn't like how she handed her the money. Well, now the victim is suing Walmart. Fox News' David Centenary joining us live with more. David.
Yeah, the victim sat down with us and she says she is still recovering from her injuries. She believes that the cashier's criminal history should have been a big red flag for Walmart.
All behind $1.06.
Surveillance video shows a cashier allegedly attacking a customer at a Walmart convenience store in Cedar Hill. The customer trying to purchase a slushie.
To me, $1.06 has changed my life a lot.
Y'all know that the words that the slushie, if it really was a slushie, that slushie and Slurpees are synonymous. I believe slushie was like the original, like frozen drink like that. And I think the two partners got into it. Somehow somebody got sued, somebody got upset, whatever, so they left. And then they created the Slurpee and 7-Eleven got it. Something like that. I can't remember the story. It just hit me right. Just right now. But anyway, let's continue.
$1.06. That's how much money Ann Flores says she slid across the counter.
Is that it? Man, that's a reasonable price, man. I ain't had a Slurpee or a slushie in decades, but hey, I didn't think nothing was that cheap anymore.
To the cashier for the
$1.06 has changed my life a lot.
$1.06. That's how much money Ann Flores says she slid across the counter to the cashier for the slushie. Flores claimed the cashier wanted the money placed in her hand.
And she said,
First problem I think is maybe the lady couldn't count. Maybe she was surprised and shocked and felt disrespected because the woman actually had cash. Not only did she have cash, she gave her exact change. You know, a lot of these cashiers nowadays, they don't train cashiers how to count money back to you, or they don't know how to enter exact change. You know, who knows? Maybe that's what upset her. I don't know. I wasn't there, but people do act funny or act funny when it comes to money. Some people want the money in their hand. Some people don't mind if you like slide it across the countertop. Who knows what kind of attitude Miss Flores had? Was she want to slush that late anyway? Was she going to pour a drink in her? It's quite possible. But anyway, who knows what kind of attitude either one of these these women, not young, either one of these women had. May have some kind of verbal confrontation. Who knows? But she put the money on the counter, put the change. Because think about it, a lot of times when you're counting out change, like exact change, what a person going to do is they're going to set the bills down, and then they're going to get the change and count it out, and then they will like slide it across the countertop. Nothing racial about it, nothing being mean or evil or about diabolical about it. It's just the way that older people, I think this woman like in her 60s, I believe, it's just the way that they do it. I know I've worked in grocery when I was a kid, and so I understand how people did just what we went through back in the day. But now these folks, now they're acting like you do something like that is disrespectful. I don't think it was anything disrespectful about it at all. But I'm sure the cashier is gonna somehow make it a racial issue or disrespect issue or something like that, and it's gonna cost Walmart some money.
Pick up the effing money and put it in my damn hand.
Flores did not like the cashier's tone, so she left the money on the counter and tried to walk out.
Exactly, which is what she should have done.
So I kept on walking towards the door, and she came around the counter.
Look at this. Like, for what? It's not like the woman hit you. The woman she didn't cuss you out. She didn't hit you. She just put the money down, looked at you funny, and walked toward the door. She should have just let her keep walking, but no. Self-proclaimed victim was not going to tolerate that.
So I kept on walking towards the door, and she came around the counter and she shoved the money in my chest.
According to an arrest warrant affidavit, a Cedar Hill police detective says the cashier confronted and pushed Flores, adding Flores was trying to leave, but the cashier taunted Flores, pushed Flores again, and swung Flores toward the front counter where Flores' lower back was hit.
Y'all remember, if y'all watched any of my past videos with when people commit crimes or do some form of assault, you'll be charged with much more than what you think it is. Now, you fighting in Walmart and there are cameras everywhere, um, it's not going to help your case. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say, because you would not let this woman leave the store before you put them hands on her, that's kidnapping.
The scuffle continued.
That's going to get you a good 10.
She just came at me, and it was either, stand there and get pounded or fight back, and instinct was to fight back.
A detective says the cashier, Shireen Lawrence, was the aggressor. She's charged with assault causing bodily injury. Lawrence has a lengthy criminal history, theft and drug convictions, even a felony aggravated assault conviction in 2000.
And I know you want to try to give people second chances, and I'm all for it, advocate for it. But stories like this, Cedar Hill market, so it's probably okay. I know what this is. I know what this is. It's like it's a small Walmart, and then it's probably like a gas station out front. And she just went in to get a Slurpee. But you want to give people second chances. But stories like this is when them folk come up with these laws and they say this is why we're not going to hire convicted felons, because you see what happens. They attacked elderly women over a freaking dollar in 8.7. What did it say? 6 cent, $1.06. So what is Slushee, like 98 cents? Oh mercy. Oh mercy. You just ruined your life over a freaking drink that's gonna last somebody 5 minutes.
A newly filed lawsuit against Walmart, Flores claims the company was negligent to hire Lawrence. Flores claims to have suffered 2 vertebrae fractures, a head injury, and more.
But what if I have my grandchildren with me or something, and she decides to pop off?
In a statement to Fox 4, Walmart says, "We take the safety and security of our customers seriously. We will review the complaint and respond appropriately to the court."
With money.
There's no way you can justify that.
Flores says she did not think much of sliding money to Lawrence instead of placing it in her hand.
Exactly.
Her mind elsewhere. She says she was returning from a funeral for her mother-in-law.
Wow.
What if that was your mother, your grandmother, your child? That this lady did this to, all behind $1.06.
Yeah, that attack happened last September, but the lawsuit just filed last week. We did stop by Lawrence's listed address earlier today in Cedar Hill to see if she would talk to us, but no one came to the door. Heather, Steve, back to you.
So she's out. I guess she's out on bail or she's not in jail. Like, really? Wonder what she's doing. Is she still working at Walmart? That's a jacked up story. Man, look at her. What they say, always offended by everything, but not ashamed of anything. Something like offended by everything, but ashamed of nothing. Something like that. This is a terrible story, man. I hate seeing stories like this because when a people are trying to change a narrative, because there's a whole thing of black fatigue going on right now. And you got those of us who are like, yeah, black fatigue as a black person, because you're tired of hearing people, complaining, which I understand completely, and I'm with us. about complaining about everything that has happened to us and things that still continue to happen to us. But along with complaining, there has to be an equal amount of work and accountability. Complaining gets you nowhere, but in the same situation, or if not worse, because those that you are complaining about are going to give you something to complain because they're going to feel like, oh, you're complaining about nothing, you complain about everything. Well, you know, I'm gonna give you something to complain about. Kind of like when you was growing up and you should cry about something, your mom and daddy say, stop crying, I'm gonna give you something to cry for. You're like, what the hell? You know, and you couldn't understand it as a kid, but now as you get as an adult, you understand it. Keep complaining, stop complaining, I'm gonna give you something to really complain about. But as adults, you take lives, you take matters into your own hands. You take your own life into your own hands. You try to create opportunities. It's not going to be overnight. Like I'm constantly looking at things, even in my own life, on how to improve, how to better my life and my career, because I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking about what I'm doing now, how I'm working now, and what I want to be doing 10, 15 years from now. Because I plan on working. Unless, I mean, hell, even if I become rich and multi-million, I'm still gonna be out there hustling, trying to get it, trying to do things, especially trying to better other people's lives for sure. But I always say that people like this woman here who got out here, and this woman here who was out here trying to beat up little old ladies. The reason why people have these attitudes is because they have no plans in life. When you are not doing anything productive in life, you feel like your life is at a dead end, at a standstill. There's nothing more for you than what it is, where you're at now. And no matter, and you don't care. And if anything happened, fine, I'll just slide to the left. Kind of like, people that work in nursing homes or whatever, or nurses, or any kind of jobs to where they feel comfortable in, but they know there are more jobs like that out there. They'll be like, come to work, get rolled up, whatever. Or to get tired of it, I just go somewhere else. I just slide over. But eventually you're going to slide over so many times to the point to where you might just slide right back where you just came from. But when you create a plan to try and attempt to better your life, you look at the world differently, especially if the plan is in motion. You look at it differently. You'll you'll do things at work or at home and you'll be like, you'll tolerate. Think about the women who like lead their husbands or lead their men at the drop of a hat, file for divorce. They don't just wake up one day and just do it. They have planned, plotted, and strategized for days, months, weeks, years to get out of a situation, to create a situation for themselves to quote unquote do something better or different that they feel. And then once the time is right, they make that move and don't think twice. Well, if everybody put that same effort into doing something productive in life, like going back to school, changing career fields, uh, getting counseling, improving your attitude and your outlook on life, trying to create and maintain a family structure. When people do things that's constructive for themselves and their community, things like this may bother you, but it don't bother you enough to where you got to sit here and react to it. Like, like it's the end of the world. This woman slid change, and I told you again why people do that. This woman slid change across the counter. Did she say pick it up N word or thank you N word? Take that N word. No, she just probably just said, get 106, slid it across, said thank you. And the woman said, you better put the money in my no, hold on, you gotta put the money in my hand. Like, dang, you got an attitude already. Like, why do we walk? They don't even know each other. How are we gonna have an attitude when we don't even know each other? How did it start like that? Oh, that's the question. But anyway, we'll see how this turns out. Like I say, Walmart's gonna come out some bread. This woman here probably gonna be sued. I'm surprised she ain't, in jail. Well, she probably have upcoming court dates, I'm sure. But hey, this here is not tolerable. Stuff like this, like I said, accountability. You can complain, but also got to be an equal amount of accountability and an equal amount of productivity. Without it, we'll never get nowhere. And stuff like this will be the reason why them folk will pass laws or feel like they can't give us a second chance or give you at all a chance from the first place. Because what they gonna say? Angry black woman. When they see your face, angry black woman. They don't care what your history is or why you did it. You just an angry black woman. So now you just ruined your life and probably ruined the chances of other people to get a job like this, all because of $1.06. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below. Share it with the world. Let's have an intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us at this channel. If you would like to support the channel financially, you can get a super thanks, super chat, super stickers, or you can go to the description box. There are a couple of links there you can click on and help support us that way. Or don't forget, you can watch all the commercials that pop up. That helps us too. But now, if you would like something tangible for your dollars, which a lot of people do, you can go to marlonmorale.com. You can go to our Shopify store, or you can just simply hit the shop button below and check out all our luxury products. We got fragrances that last all day. We got beard kits, silk products, handbags, and much more. Check it out. You will not be disappointed. And with that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.